We are right here at Masai Mara, where the Cabinet Secretary for Tourism, Alfred Mutura, is expected to meet his counterpart Minister for Jordan, that is Minister for Tourism, and they are going to have bilateral talks. He'll be telling us what those bilateral talks will be involving, and also they'll be signing an MOU. That's a conversation. Also, he will be sharing with us right here live from Masai Mara. This meeting is expected to happen later in the day, but right here I'm joined by the minister himself to just tell us about the tourism sector itself and also what areas that they'll be engaging with his counterpart Minister for Jordan. Thank you, Minister, for joining us. Thank you. Now we can start from why we are here. I know you're meeting the Minister for Jordan. I'd like to know what this conversation will be involving.
One of the things that we're trying to do is to ensure that the rest of the world knows what we have here firsthand. Jordan are very good friends of our country. We've been able to partner with them in many areas, in pharmaceuticals, in military. Some of the jets that we have came from Jordan. Their king has been here, and we have very good interactions. But in the front of tourism, we haven't really been able to work with them. Jordanians travel a lot, and they sent a signal to the rest of the Middle Eastern countries that a country is good to go to when they come and visit that country. So the Minister of Tourism of Jordan is coming, and we thought instead of holding the meeting in Nairobi, where everybody just sits in a hall, why can't we let him come here and have a taste of what Kenya has to offer with his officials, so that as he helps us market Kenya to Jordanians and to the rest of the Middle East, then he knows what he's talking about and is able to be our champion.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you can tell us exclusively for KBC what the bilateral talks involve and also the MOU that you'll be signing later.
We'll be talking about how the two countries can partner in getting the growth of tourism, the growth of wildlife, the growth of antiquities, and how we can link our histories together to get the flow of money and the flow of numbers of tourists. For us, we want to have that cooperation. We don't have a cooperation between the two countries in terms of tourism. So we'll be signing an MOU saying that we will cooperate. We'll be able to go to Jordan and market. They'll come here and market also. We'll be able to get support from them in terms of our security. For example, Kenya Wildlife Service, we'll be able to get some drones, for example, to help us in anti-poaching, be able to help us with equipment to help in conservation. So that's some of the talks that we'll be having to see how Kenyans can benefit, how we can benefit from this relationship. But at the end of the day, we want to grow numbers and we want to grow the value of tourism in our country. So we came here to the Masai Mara because it is known all over, so that we can also tell the world that we are open for business.
Okay. And I know you've been conducting through the KTB marketing campaigns across the world. I'd like to know in the second half of this year, I'd like to know how the tourism numbers have been like.
What we're doing is that first of all, about Kenya Tourism Board, we have a sitting, and I basically more or less kind of cancelled everything they have been doing for the last 20 years. We've just been replicating the same things. You know, we're talking about hitting a ceiling of 1.8 million. Come on. You know, countries like Spain are getting 60 million tourists. Bahamas, that is smaller than the city of Nairobi, is getting 10 million tourists. The UAE, they're getting 15-20 million tourists. Kenya, with all our splendor, we can't even get to 2 million because the marketing has been very myopic. You know, if you look at our country, the number of visitors that we get, the majority of money that we have, of the money we get from tourism, are not from Europe. Europe is important. They are from African nations. We never market to African people. We don't. The rest of the world is marketing to them. South Africa is marketing to them. We are not marketing to them. We are not looking at new markets like Brazil. We are looking at people who travel. We are not looking at, now starting to look at China and others. And then we need to bring back the Europeans. You go to Watamu, you go to Malindi, the hotels are empty. The Italians no longer come. Why? We need to bring them back here. We need to bring back the Germans. We need to bring more of the British here so that we can grow our numbers from 1.8. This year we're expecting at least to be above 2 million, if not 3 million. And then we get 5 million very soon. And I hope that within this leadership of William Ruto and his guidance, we'll be able to get over 5 million tourists even before the next general election. More tourists means more money means more jobs mean pesa kwa mfuko.
Okay. Are you planning to also target West Africans, and also I know Uganda is our second destination when it comes to tourists, and also various other
Yes, we want to target the whole of the continent of Africa. Africa has very many people. If you look at who go to the UAE, for shopping, why can they come to Kenya? The shoes I'm wearing here, you can get them in Dubai, and but I bought them in Nairobi at Bata. The same shoe, I bought this shoe in Bata, in Nairobi. You can get the same shoes, the same clothes, the same. I saw a store called Mango that is now in Kenya that you get in the 5-star, malls in Dubai, in New York. You can shop in Nairobi without having to go to other countries. So we want to tell the rest of the Africans, come home, come to Kenya, enjoy Kenya. Come and see a lot of landlocked countries. The Rwandese, the Burundians, they have never seen the ocean. Come and see the ocean. Go shopping like you do in Dubai. See the animals and the wildlife. We bring some fun, entertainment. We leave the money here. So we are changing how tourism has been done. We conserve what there is, we grow what there is, but we introduce new ways of looking at tourism and new circuits.
Sort of packaging tourism products. I know we have the safari, the beach. What others experiences that tourists can look for?
There are very many. We want a lot of more adventure. We want to show more things. I went to Mauritius. It's a great country, Mauritius. Love the country. But you drive for 1 hour to see a waterfall that in Kenya would be considered a sprinkle. We go to see something painted, and they have been able to draw circuits to show even their very minute things as tourist circuits. As the governor of Machakos, we're trying to sell this to the national government. There is a mountain, there's a hill in Machakos where gravity works, backwards. You leave a car on neutral, unatoka kwa gari inapanda mlima peke yake. You pour water on the ground, the water flows uphill. You put a bottle on the ground, the bottle doesn't go downhill, it goes uphill. Those are some of the things that we want to show people. We're talking about the cradle of mankind. We're talking about the dunes, that we have in Mambrui, in Malindi. We have the dunes that you have in Isiolo, in Marsabit, in Turkana, where people don't have to go to enjoy those up and down the dunes, everything. We have got so much in Kisii, all over this country. So I'll be going to the 47 counties, and I'll be talking to all the governors, and we'll be drawing new circuits and introducing new systems. However, tourists will not come to places whereby if they want to use a toilet, they have to go squat in the bush. They won't. That's why they go to Spain, that's why they go to Dubai, that's why they go to these countries. We have to provide first-class services, humane services, where you can get clean water, clean toilet, clean services, just for physiological needs. Wajienjoy. Lakini akitaka choo mzuri, waambii mama amekuja na ndege yake Jomo Kenyatta, amepark, anaenda kuclimb mahali, unaambia ende akajificha hapo chini ya bush. So we also have to get our act together and get our ducks in a row if we have to get the right people coming here.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Asante sana.
Well, that has been the Cabinet Secretary for Tourism, Alfred Mutua, just sharing with us some of the various areas that he'll be looking at as the Minister for Tourism. Remember, his target, as he has said, is 2 million visitors this year. That's the target that they're having, and 5.5 million visitors, that is tourists here in the country in the next 5 years by 2028. And he's talked about also how we package our tourism products, and he's talked about also on how we can improve our marketing campaigns. Back to you in studio, Betty.